Now this is the second ligament, posterior longitudinal ligament. Suppose if we take one vertebra, this is the body of the vertebra. So here we will be having, this is the pedicle, this is our transverse process, this is spinous process, this is spinous process of the vertebra. This is called spinal canal. This is called spinal canal. So this is the space where the spinal cord will go. Spinal cord will go. So suppose if we see the spinal canal inside view, this is superior view. If we see inside view, how it will look means this is body of the vertebra. This is body of the vertebra. Here IVD will be there. So here we'll be having, see, here we'll be having transverse process, spinous process. Here transverse process and spinous process. So this is the spinal canal. This is the spinal canal. So that's what here. This is the spinal canal. This is the spinal canal. So this posterior longitudinal ligament, this posterior longitudinal ligament runs within the vertebral canal. Runs within the vertebral canal, also called as spinal canal. Also called as spinal canal. So it will be present here posteriorly. Spinal canal runs with the spinal canal along with the posterior surface of the vertebral bodies, along with the posterior surface of the vertebral bodies. Posterior surface of the vertebral bodies mean from where to where we can see this posterior longitudinal ligament. From which place to which place mean from second cervical vertebra, from second cervical vertebra to the sacrum. Second cervical vertebra to the sacrum, we can see this posterior longitudinal ligament. Here also it consists of two layers. Here also it consists of two layers. First one is superficial, second one deep. Superficial, same like anterior longitudinal ligament. It is going to supply the from C2 to sacrum. So entire vertebral column. See, if I am going to divide this into two portions, this is, see, this is superficial, these are deep. So the superficial portion of the posterior longitudinal ligament is going to be entire vertebral column, and deep portion is going to be, see, short fibers will be there. It is going to supply to the vertebral bodies at the same time. It means it is going to bridge the vertebral bodies. At the same time. It is going to give fibers, mean connection to the annulus fibrosus of the IVD. So here anterior longitudinal ligament, deep fibers gave supply to the annulus fibrosus. Here also posterior longitudinal ligament, deep fibers are giving connections to the annulus fibrosus, so that here IVD will be stable, intervertebral disc will be stable. Okay, next point, see here, when we saw anterior longitudinal ligament, the extension of the anterior longitudinal ligament from C2 to the occipital bone, we told it as atlantoaxial ligament. Suppose same here, posterior longitudinal ligament from C2 to occipital, it will extend. This ligament is nothing but tectorial membrane. This extension is nothing but tectorial membrane. This we'll see when we are seeing atlantoaxial complex. That time we'll see what is this tectorial membrane. Okay, next point here, in lumbar region, the thickness of ACL is anterior. The thickness of anterior longitudinal ligament is more, but here when it comes to posterior longitudinal ligament, the thickness will be less in the posterior longitudinal ligament at lumbar region. So here at lumbar region, the thickness of the posterior longitudinal ligament will reduce. So that's why it will become like narrow ribbon-like structure. Then from L1 to sacrum, it is going to enter into the lumbar spine to the sacrum. Sacral canal. So here posterior longitudinal ligament, when it comes to lumbar region, the thickness of the posterior longitudinal ligament will become narrow like ribbon structure. So from lumbar region, it will enter into the sacral region. So because of this narrowing of the posterior longitudinal ligament in lumbar region, so here it is going to provide little support. To the intervertebral joints. It is going to provide little support to the intervertebral joints in lumbar region. Intervertebral joints, where we can see between body and body. This is intervertebral joint. In lumbar region, the intervertebral joints are little weak because of the narrowing of the posterior longitudinal ligament. Okay, next point is anterior longitudinal ligament is two times stronger than the posterior longitudinal ligament. So that here posterior longitudinal ligament is weak compared to the anterior longitudinal ligament. And second point here, as we know, here one vertebra is there, one vertebral column. Here one vertebral column. This is anterior, this is posterior, this is anterior, this is posterior. Okay. So if person do flexion, here this person did extension movement of vertebral column. So when we do flexion, here posterior longitudinal ligament will stretch. Here. Okay, if you do flexion. If you do extension, posterior longitudinal ligament will be loose like slack. So this is the next point, flexion and extension of the spine.